It's story time tea. That's me, and today I'm here to tell you a story about something that kept me up last night. Okay, it's not a dream, y'all. It's not a dream, but I would call this a foundation story. I only had one of these foundation stories on my channel before, and that was the one about me in third grade when my aunt told everybody I was crazy and I got sent away. Like that's literally the only foundation story that I've had. But that story was actually kind of fun. I feel like this story is more, well, you'll see. Stick with me. But yo, like my fucking video. like I don't know what type of time y'all on, but how you watch my video, like my video, but don't like my video? How you DM me about the video, but you didn't actually like the video? Alright, it's cool. But yeah, so let me set the scene. It's about a cool 2015, right? And at this point in time, I'm in high school. I'm in my junior year. Like, I finished my junior year. It's the summer after that. And it's like I'm about to go to senior year. During this time, I had like a little youth work job. I feel like everybody had a little youth work job. And so like me and my little best friend, me and her had this youth work job at this, what is it called? Like this little summer camp. This little summer camp that was downtown or something like that. And so me and her would go there every day. And it was like 5 days a week. We'd be there like 7 hours or something like that. And whatever. We get our little baby checks. Ooh, we so happy. And so, like, at that point in time, I had lost my ring, y'all. I lost my ring, and then I had to pay for it with my first little youth work check because I had lost my ring, and I was mad as hell. But that is not what the story is about. But yeah, so I just wanted to say that because I was thinking about it. And so, yeah, we would be there every single day. So obviously, like, we like making friends with the other people that were there. And so like I kind of made like a couple little friends. Obviously, like, we're in high school, so everybody like trying to date and all that other stuff up in there. I just was cooling. And I had just got out of a relationship with this other guy that I actually went to school with. And so I wasn't really worried about like making no like little boo or whatever at my little youth work job. And as y'all know, I never liked talking to people that I went to work with. Like, bitch, we at work. So yeah, so basically, like, we ended up hanging out with a bunch of people outside of work, and then like we would like be cool inside of work. We'd take our little breaks together, and one of the people that we were working with, he was like, I don't know, I would just say that he was different from everybody else. Okay, so like the people that I'm usually drawn to are people that are like my size and like the things that I like. Like, obviously, I'm drawn to people that are more like me. So like at that point in time. And so like he was tall as hell. Like, he was like 6'2" or something. Mind you, I'm low. Like, I was low at the time. Like, I wasn't even max height at that time either, because I had grew once I got in college. So I'm just like a cool little 5'3.5", I don't know, something like that. And like he's like 6'2", and he's like thick. You know, in high school you don't get thick, but he had meat on his bones, and I'm just like, yo, you big as shit. And so I wasn't naturally drawn to him like as a friend or as more than a friend or anything like that, because I don't like looking up at people. I'm like, bro, why is you this big? So like we weren't cool initially, but like since he kept on hanging out with all of us and everything like that, eventually I was just like, oh, he cool for real. And then we started having our like one-on-one conversations, and I realized I was just like, oh, I like his personality. Like, he different, but like in a type of way that I'm very interested, and I want to know more what's going on with him. And so like we started hanging out by ourselves. And so it would be like me, him, and my little best friend, but then sometimes she would be busy, so then it would just be me and him. And so like we just started texting, and we was texting all the time, and like we would just be texting about the most randomest stuff, but it would be like the best type of conversations. Like, we could literally talk about the moon and the sun. Like, we would find something, like, we had things in common, but we had so many things like not in common that like the conversation was always just crazy, because I'm just like, you really think like that? And but like in a good way, not like in a ew type way. like his thoughts and his brain just was like And so like we would just always be talking, and then like after a certain point in time, like he started just coming over to my house and we would hang out. And like we would just go places together, whatever. We'd just go downtown and just get something to eat, and then we'd just go to my house and da da da. Like we just be chilling, and like we were like friends. But like I knew that he liked me because like I knew that he liked me. But like at the time, it was just like we was really just getting to know each other better, and I wasn't looking to be in no relationship. So I was just like, and so like it was just cool. We was cool, and so like after a little bit of time had passed, I say like a month, us like being like on our own, having conversations and just hanging out and stuff like that. He just like started to develop these feelings. I knew he was having these feelings the whole time, but they was getting stronger, and I could tell. And like he just started like bringing me food to work. Like he would bring me like breakfast if I say I didn't eat when I texted him in the morning, or like he'd like go and get me lunch like whenever we go on our lunch breaks and stuff like that, or like he'll bring me lunch to work and stuff like that. And I'm just like okay. And so like, and then like he just would do thoughtful things, like get me like small little gifts, and like yeah, it would just be cute stuff like that. And so we would just hang out a lot, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on right now, but like the shit is getting intense. And like we didn't ever kiss or anything like that. Like we literally were just hanging out. Like we were literally just cooling. And so I'm just like, I don't know. I'm like, he really likes me, and this is crazy. What am I about to do? And so like after a certain point, like some more like weeks or whatever, days or whatever go past, and then he eventually is just like, yeah, I just really like you. And I'm just like, oh, okay. All right. And I try not to make a big deal about it. I'm just like, oh, yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah. And then just carry the conversation on to something else. And like he would just always do things like he would let me know like when he got home. He would let me know if like, oh, like his phone about to die or whatever, because like obviously if his phone dies and he's outside, like he's not about to talk to me. And so like he was communicating with me more than anybody has ever communicated with me. And then also like if he wasn't having a good day, like he knew how to explain why things were the way they were. Like I don't know, I feel like I'm a person that always does that, but I feel like people either they don't care enough to do it, or they don't know that they should do it, and then they just you know, whatever. But like this is a thing that we had in common, and it was something that I really appreciated that I didn't realize that I needed before in my friendships and in my relationships with people. But I was just like, I like this. I was like, this is cool. Like I'm like, you actually be talking, and you be talking about something. Like I'm like, okay. And so like he will always be like that. And then like this certain week in particular, like we had seen each other like that Monday. We went to work together, and we hung out after work together. And like he would always go play basketball with his friends and everything like that. And like he had took me to go see his mom. I took his mom and everything like that. I had met his sister, his nephew, his niece, everything. I was just like, oh, you have a family. And then I had met his brother the day after that. Like I was just seeing all his people and getting to know them, and they was getting to know me, and everything was cool. And then like his mom would like make me food sometimes, and then it was just like, yeah, it was just really cute. And then like by the time like we had got to Friday, he had came over my house after we had went to work, and then he's just like, yeah, I love you. And I'm just like, ooh. I'm like, I know that eventually it was gonna come, but like I'm scared now. I don't know what's going on. I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm not ready to say something like that, but you know, I'm getting there. Like your feelings are not wasted. Just know that like in a couple of days, in a week or so, something like that, I'm going to feel the way that you feel, but I don't know if I'm necessarily ready to say something like that. And he's just like, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I understand. I just wanted you to know that that's how I felt. And I'm just like, all right. And so it was cool. And we went on about our day. And like I would always like walk him to the bus stop whenever he was leaving my house or whatever, because the bus stop was literally like right across the street from my house. I could literally see my door from the bus stop. And so like I would just walk him over there no matter what time it was. And yeah, we would just be chatting at the bus stop. And so that was one of those days where we just was chatting at the bus stop. And then he finally got on the bus. He left. I'm like, all right, cool, bet. And so then the next day he came to my house. We didn't have to work or whatever, because like that day was like Friday or something like that. So that happened, and then he came over to my house. We chilled. On this day in particular, like I had made him a bracelet that said my name on it, because like I always have just bracelets that just say shit on there because I be making them. And so he said that he wanted one, so I made him one. And then he was just like, wait, I want to make you a bracelet that say my name. And so he made me a bracelet that said his name on there. And so then I put my little bracelet on and I just thought it was so cute. And I was just so happy. And then like, yeah, we were just hanging out the whole day or whatever. And then like once it got a little late, it was like, all right, it's time for you to leave, obviously. Because like the night is nighting. And since it's summertime, if it's dark outside, that means it's actually late. So I was like, yeah, you gotta go. And so like I have this necklace that I have on right now. It came off. I don't know how it came off. I guess like, I don't know. But it came off. And so before he left, he was like, oh, let me put your necklace on. So he puts the necklace on me, y'all. Okay? And it was the cutest thing. Like he didn't even buy me the necklace, but he put the necklace on me and it just was so cute. I don't know, y'all. I was young. And so like, yeah, so that's how it was. So he put the necklace around me and he's just like, okay, I'm leaving now. I'm just like, all right. And I was like, never mind. I'm just going to walk you to the bus stop because I don't want you to be gone yet. So we walked to the bus stop and we're chilling. We're hanging out at the bus stop. The bus finally comes. He kisses my little forehead and he's just like, I love you. And I'm just like, I'm going to say it back eventually. And he's just like, okay. And he gives me a hug and he gets on the bus, yeah. And so I'm just like, oh, everything's so great. Oh, I love it here. Yay, yay, yay. So I go back in the house. I'm chilling. I'm cooler. Like, even though it was late, I think it was like 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock or whatever. He was still going to go play basketball with his friends. Because they literally always play basketball. So he went to go play basketball with them or whatever. And I was just chilling watching movies in my house because that's what I always do. I don't sing like every movie, y'all. But yeah. So I'm watching my movies. It's getting a little late. I'm like, at this point in time, he should have been done playing basketball. But he didn't text me, so I was just like, whatever. And so I'm just like, all right, whatever. But then I take my shower, I eat, I get back in that bed. He still ain't text me. And I'm just like, bro, he always texts me when he get home. But I'm just like, he didn't text me when he got home. I know that he's home. I'm like, bro, it's late as a fuck. I'm like, what is going on? But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to press him. I'm not going to press him because I'm just like, it ain't like I demand for him to tell me once he get home. So it ain't like he really know that he's supposed to tell me when he get home. And I'm like, this is like the first time that he ever did this. So I'm just like, oh, maybe like they still out or whatever. That's what I said in my head. Okay, so I'm just chilling and then somebody knock on the door or whatever. And I think my brother or my mother answered. And then it was like, Tisha, somebody at the door for you. I'm like, all right. I go downstairs. And like, it's his sister. Like, pretty sure, like, it's his sister. So I'm just like, hey, what's up? And she's crying. And I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, yeah, they took him to the hospital. He was having heart problems while he was playing basketball. He passed out and everything. And they took him to the hospital. And he didn't make it. And I'm just like, what do you mean by that? Like, what? And so I'm just sitting there. And I don't even know anything that was said or anything that happened after that. Kind of just, blanked for real. And then I just remember going to my room. And I was just in my room. And I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. I was just standing there in the middle of my room. And I'm just like, he didn't make it. And so, like, obviously, I did not know how to process loss at this point in time. Like, how do you even do that in the first place? And so, like, I just turned my music on and I just sat there and like I had this huge mirror in my room and I'm just looking at myself and I'm just like, bro, is this real? Like, is this actually real life or did I just make up that scene in my head? Like, is this a dream or did she really just say that he has passed away? So I don't have any conversations with anybody for a long period of time. I'm just there and I'm just like, this is not actually real. This is not real life. And I just started crying. I cried and I was unconsolable. Like, I did not stop crying. Like, I continuously cried. I cried so much that the sleep did not come. I did not even cry into sleep. I just kept crying. I had to drink water because I didn't have any tears left to give. And then once I drank the water, more tears came. So I'm just like, bruh. And I'm just sitting for hours and hours. Like, literally, I had thousands of songs on my phone. And, like, all of them bitches played. I continuously cried. And it's not like I had to be to work, like, the next day or whatever. Because, like, I'm pretty sure that was, like, a Saturday or something. But, like, even if I had to go to work, I didn't go to work. Whatever. I I was crying and I didn't know what I was supposed to do because I'm just like, bro, I didn't even tell him that I loved him. What if he didn't even know? Like, and I was just in my head, like, I'm just like, these things literally don't matter. Like, he's literally dead. Like, I don't even know, like, what am I supposed to do? And so, like, I'm just obviously in emotional distress. Like, I don't even know, like, what is even life and, like, how am I supposed to move forward in life when, like, he's not here. So, like, my grandmother had recently died before, and my cousin literally died playing basketball as well, but his was because of asthma. But yeah, like, I've experienced death before, okay? And like, I had an uncle, like, it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same because this was a person that I would talk to every single day. This is a person that I would see like 5-6 days a week. Like, this is a person that like knew who I was, like, actually, not just from having like a couple conversations with me. They think they know who I am. They seen a video or whatever, or somebody told them this. Like, no, this is literally the only person in the entire world that has ever known me at this point in time. Like, in 2015, that was the only person that I could ever have said actually knew me. And I'm just like, he is gone. Like, this is it. Like, it wasn't fake. It was real. That was really her at my door. She really just told me that he died. He is gone. This is it. And like, days were going on, months, weeks, whatever. Everything was going on, and I just literally was just existing. I don't even remember anything from this period in time. I just remember that I was alone. I was alone in the world. Like, nobody could tell me anything. And then it was just like, yo, I told y'all this was like the end of the summer. So like, school had to start back up. And I had to go. And I had to experience the beginning of my senior year. And I'm like, I don't even know, like, I don't even know anything. I'm just here. I'm just existing. And, like, I was trying to, like, have a relationship with his mom because I just felt like I kind of took up, like, a lot of his life. Like, towards the end of his life, I took up a lot of his life because he was always at my house. He was always talking to me. And I felt like I really just took her son from her. And the last moments that she has with him is not like as long and as, you know, beautiful as the moments that I have had with him. And I just felt like I robbed her of those moments, and I just felt so bad. And like, I was just emotional. Like, I'm emotional now. Like, I was just emotional. And I'm just like, bro. And so, like, I would just text her every day. I call her every day. I was just trying to make sure that she good. Like, I would just go and see her whenever I could. Because, like, obviously it's senior year and I got, like, a lot of stuff going on because I'm trying to get into college. But I'm just like, bro, like, she don't have a son anymore. Like, obviously she has other kids and everything like that, but it's like, this was her baby. This was her last baby. And this is the one that lived with her. This is the one that would take care of her. This is the one that would be there for her at any time that she needed. And now, like, he's not here. So I'm just like trying to fill that void, but I know that's not something that I really can do because, like, she don't really know me like that. Like, she loves me for the person that I am, but I can't just be her son. Like, her son is gone, and I'm just trying to, like, be there for her. And then, like, being closer to her made me feel closer to him. And then, like, going over to their house, I'm just like, you know, everything is not terrible. Like, I'm going to be okay. But, like, at this point in time, I didn't know how I could be okay. Like, shit was just crazy in my head. I was everywhere. And so I was just, like, very emotional. And this is where the foundation shit started. This is where everything started. Because this is where I need people to be communicating. Like, if my friend don't tell me they made it home, like, bro, no. Like, this is where it all started. Because I'm just like, bro, the one time he didn't tell me he made it home, that was the time where he died. So I'm going crazy. Whenever niggas gonna text me and say I made it home, I'm just like, they are dead. They're unalive. No more to them. Car crash. I don't know. Like, I'm just going crazy in my head. Like, I can't even have conversations and be cool with people because I know that me freaking out that they did not text me that they made it home is not logical because they probably did. The likelihood of them not making it home safe is low. Like, it's not even that deep. But I literally am not talking to people just so I won't have to experience that. Like, I'm literally not having conversations with people just because I'm just like, bro, no, I'm not getting close to nobody else for them to die, bro, no. Like, I'm just like, I am, like, distancing myself from the world. And I'm just like, I just cannot handle people in general because, like, this loss that I've had, like, I've been through so many things before this. These things that happened before this death should have been, like, fundamental things that really triggered me to be a different type of person or turn into somebody that wasn't who I was, but they didn't matter. Those things didn't matter. This one thing right here, this one thing right here was the thing that really turned everything for me. So I'm just like, yeah, no, like I literally cannot be who I was before. I don't even know who I was before this. Like that person is a different person. And so like during this time period, I really had one person in my life where we were cool. Like he ended up being my boyfriend. Like he was like the only person that I felt like kind of understood me and like wanted me to be better and wanted me to like get out of this phase of like I cannot talk to people, I cannot interact with people, I cannot have a real conversation with people, I cannot connect because these people have not been through what I've been through type of thoughts. Like that's what I was thinking, but like he really tried to like get me out of that, but I was just like, nigga, no. I'm like, no, life is different now. So like I was like that like the whole rest of 2015, like the beginning of 2016, and I really tried to like get myself out of that because I'm just like, bro, it's my senior year, you can't never have your senior year again. Just like college years, you can't never have them again. Like once they're done. Like, and so I was just trying to like get my life together, but like I just felt like 2015 was like the best and the worst of my whole life. Like I felt like I had found my person, and then it was done like very quickly. Like I felt like I had found my person that like even if we wasn't going to be together, like he knew me and he knew like what I wanted and what I wanted to become and like what inspired me and like I knew those things about him and like I just felt like we was bro, like no, like it was crazy as shit. So like this loss was the reason why I was just like I could never be with somebody that's not funny. He set the bar too high for these niggas. I can never be with somebody that's not funny. I can never be with somebody that can't communicate. Like I just can't. Like if you cannot reach this, like I'm sorry. Like it's nothing I can do for you because like I refuse to be with some bare minimum ass person when I know that like this greatness exists and he was so young so he could only become better, right? Like so that's my thing. And so that's really where my thoughts went to. And like if I'm going to text my friend, I'm going to blow your phone up. Like, you ain't text me that you made it home. I'm blowing you up. Like, I don't care. Because you should have told me that you was home. And so, like, I'm not as bad as I was in 2016. Like, if you don't text me immediately upon arrival, I will be fine. Like, I've grown from that. But just know, just motherfucking know, you better text me. Because I will call you and interrupt whatever you got going on. And not give a fuck. So yeah, that's basically how it was. And I feel like I learned a lot of things from our relationship and everything like that. But like learning how to adapt to all the things going wrong in my life or like everything that just was hard. Like me going through that made me not dwell on any bad thing that happened in my life. Because I was just like, the pain and the hurt and the loneliness that I had on that day, I could never be that down bad. Like, I could never be that sad. I could never be that, like, lost. I felt like if I could get through that, like, it don't matter who don't like me. Like, it don't matter if I lost a job. It don't matter if I didn't get into school I wanted to get it. It literally, nothing could ever hurt me the way that hurt me. And so I'm just like, bro, I'm not taking anything to heart. Like nothing, like the world is the world. Like I'm just existing. Like it really doesn't matter. Like I'm just like, bro, I could never be that hurt again. So it's just like, it's fine. And like I'm going to make relationships with people and I'm going to know that it's okay and like everybody will die at some point in time. And that I don't have to be scared that it's going to happen because it's going to happen. Like it's like it's going to happen. And like everything will be fine because this person that I was so close to, this person that I had made the most amazing connection with, they have passed away. Nothing can hurt me. Literally nothing can hurt me. So that's just how I felt and that's how I moved on. Like after that I was just like, I don't care. Like you don't like me? Like I'm like, bitch, the love of my life died. Like I'm not worried about whether or not you like me. It doesn't matter. Like, oh my gosh, I gotta be on this project. I'm just gonna do better next time. Like, bro, like I don't care. Like, I literally have been through the worst loss in my life. Like, nothing can stop me at this point in time. I can only do better. I can only feel better. I can only get better. Like, it's nothing. This is the lowest. This is the lowest. Like, I didn't want to be a person after that. I made it through that. Like, if I can get through that, nothing can stop me. I'm invincible. like that was my thought on it. Like, I just gotta look at the silver lining. I gotta look at the silver lining of it all. Like, I can't be so sad, because it's not even like he would want me to dwell on his death. Like, I wouldn't want him to be sad that I died. So I know that he wouldn't want me to just keep on crying and complaining about all of the wrong things in my life and how everything is falling. Like, bro. Like, I know he would just want me to be happy, and so I'm just happy. Like, I haven't stopped smiling. Like, I've been happy since. Like, even when bad things happen to me, I'm just like, they're bad, I'm sad, but I'm gonna get over it, of course. Like, I'm gonna get through it, of course. Like, because nothing will ever make me feel like that made me feel. So, like, we move. And that has always been my thought. Like, we move. And I didn't really realize that was the thing that was making me have such a positive outlook on life. But then after I thought about it for a while, I'm just like, bro, it can't get worse than that. So, like, I'm a happy camper. Always. I'm always happy. I go to work happy. I leave work happy. Like, I come home happy. Like, I go to the gym. I'm happy. Like, I'm just having a great life. Like, I gotta live my best life, because he is not here to live his best life. And, like, I just gotta rock out for the both of us. I'm just going to do my best at every single thing that I ever do. I'm going to always try my hardest. Like, even if it's a day that I don't want to, because I don't know if it's my last day. And I want to go out just as great and as happy and as amazing as I possibly can. I want my best day to be my last day that I've had every single day. Like, I'm never going to let a day get away from me. So that's just how I felt. Like, basically my whole life. Because that was 2015. Like, babes, it's 2024. So it's just like, that's me. And so that's a foundation story, y'all. This is one of the reasons why I am the way I am. This is one of the reasons. Because, like, I had to fake happiness before him. Once I got with him, like, the happiness was real. And it stayed even through the depression phase that I had after losing him. I ended up coming out happy, Because, like, why wouldn't I be happy? I'm alive. I'm alive and well. I'm healthy. Why wouldn't I be happy? I don't know. That's my thoughts. Like, I see my little smile. Like, the story is sad. The story is sad. I was sad. But, like, at the end of the day, like, I always have to smile, because, like, I'm here. And I made it through. So, that's it, y'all. The moral of the story is to make everything the way you want it to be, basically. The moral of the story is everything has a silver lining. Even the worst things that happen to you can positively affect your life. You gotta make it the best that you possibly can. Even the worst things. Like, bro, you broke your toe, but nigga, you still got 9 left. Like, you still got 9 of them hoes. You need to be paying attention to them. You need to treat them well, because that one toe that you lost, it's gone. Your toe is gone. You needed that toe, but you want to live without the toe, bro. And you still gonna be able to walk. Like, you gonna have to transition. You gonna have to walk a little different. But, like, you still got your feet. Like, that's how I just had to look at it. Like, you still got your feet. Like, you still can walk. So, like, that's the moral of the story, y'all. You just gotta make the most positive thing out of the negative things that happen in your life, because your life is your life, and you're the only one in charge of your life. And you can't let anything, no matter how devastating it is, stop you from achieving the most happiness that you possibly can. Okay, y'all? For me, Storytime Tish, the tea is over. Peace and love.